Okay guys, here is the ashtray cup holder out of the vehicle. And if you're having the same problem I'm having, the front portion of the cover has detached from the rear portion of the cover and renders your entire ashtray cup holder assembly useless because this piece will not stay open. And because of these little feet here, it will not allow you to push this back. As you can see, as you push these back, they stop on the cover. And this is perpetuated by a couple of problems. One is, what I found to be in my case, is that this little foot right here, our arm, breaks. And it is a very small item. As interestingly engineered as this cup holder is, the quality and performance of this item not so impressive. So what happened to mine is one of these little points right here broke off of the arm. And with this little point broken off of the arm, it doesn't allow it to properly catch on the bottom portion of the rear cover. Now this is designed in a cantilever fashion, so as this piece lifts up, the other portion slides underneath it. And so the problem that I was having was that my cover kept separating, the front portion of the cover kept separating from the rear portion of the cover. What I did to remedy this was to repair this piece and also repair the cantilever, and it's just a minor adjustment. But like I'd mentioned in the earlier video, this was working fine until I took it to the dealer, and it is my impression that the dealer dropped it and broke it. And since the dealer is about 90 miles away from my house, I opted just to forego the punishment of sitting at the dealer and fix it myself. What I did do, as you can see here, is I super glued the little piece back onto the arm, and then I reinforced it with a piece of similar material from the cup holder. And so I used a razor knife and I just cut a small sliver, you can see it there, off of the back of the cup holder, and I super glued it to the back of the arm to strengthen it. I believe that this is going to work fine. This, if you don't know, is roughly a $600 part from Mercedes, and there's a minimum 2-hour labor charge at my dealer, so it's about an $800 fix. This cost me about 15 minutes. So it took me 15 minutes to get it out, and it took me 5 minutes to glue it. I don't make $1,000 an hour, but if I save $1,000, I'll be pretty happy. And if you save $1,000, I'm pretty sure you'll be pretty happy as well. If you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, this is probably something that you're going to want to try and fix yourself. As ridiculous as this little arm is, it is critical to the proper function of your ashtray. With all that said, sorry about the blurriness there, I fixed it. With all that said, I'll show you how to disassemble this cantilever action and then also get this back into place. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to examine the motion of the mechanical movement to determine why your leg isn't properly hooking on. For mine, as I mentioned, I believe the dealer dropped it, and I found as I took this apart that this pin here was bent upwards, and as a result, the arm wasn't catching. There's a little, not sure you can see it, but there is a little pocket here that every time this arm slides under, it catches right here on both sides. It'll catch here and it'll catch here. And because this piece was bent, you can see it's shaped similar to a C. This was bent upwards just a small amount, and so every time the arm passed by to grab, it would miss because this was bent upwards just a little bit. And so what I did to remedy that is I just grabbed these two and I squeezed this down incrementally until the arm began catching every time. So with all that said, I'm going to set the camera up so you can take a look at the motion of the cantilever and see how that works. Okay, so we're back. And here is, hopefully you can see that my lamp is not shining the proper amount of light. And so what you'll see here is that this cantilever comes back and down. And in this position is where the arms catch. And so if I slide the arms back, you'll see here that they will hit. And so you actually have to, you can do this one of two ways. Is you can remove the entire cantilever system by pushing this pin down. There's a little pin here. You push it down. I can show you how to do that. I used a razor knife and I just put it in here and gently pried down. If I remember correctly, I used my thumb, and there you go. And this will allow you to remove the cantilever. Go pocket knife. There you go. And now the opening is clear for you to slide the cantilever all the way out. I'm not going to do that because honestly it's just a bit of a pain in the butt to put it all back together. But for the purpose of this video, I want you to be able to see that there is a pin like this on both sides. See the other one here. And this will allow you to lift this entire cantilever system out. In the event that you need to bend these pins in order to properly adjust this. I've already properly adjusted mine. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close this pin back with a pair of needle nose pliers. You just push up on it and there you go. Now you're all locked in. What I will do is I will show you the action of what this looks like when it's all properly connected together in just a moment.